Hi, welcome to my channel. So here's another exciting art challenge that Dena Tollefson has flung into the sky of us artistic YouTubers. Dena said, "The sky is the limit. Paint the sky," she said. "Paint anything you want, as long as you have the sky in your painting." Who is Dena Tollefson? She's a fabulous artist and an equally fabulous art instructor. I've given the link to her channel in the description below, so do check it out. So I went up to my terrace to look at the sky for some inspiration. The daytime sky was pretty, but I wanted to paint something special. So when I went up on the terrace at night, that my mind was instantly aflame. Of course, I had to paint the night sky. All those faraway stars blinking and winking at me, some of them slightly obscured by the wispy, the Milky Way, our galaxy. It was as if they were telling me, paint us. So was born the idea of me painting my Starry Night, which I call cosmic creation. But then most people will ask, but is this what you saw in your night sky, Rita? No, of course not. But more about that later. Right now, let's just get painting. I begin my painting on a 14 by 12 inch stretched canvas, which I'm painting with a dark color as the background. But let me talk more about the inspirational influences that stirred my imagination to create this painting. As is evident from my title, of course, Vincent van Gogh's iconic Starry Night is a major inspiration. That painting with the swirling cosmos in the sky, glowing over a sleeping village, the writhing cypress tree. Every time I look at it, I'm always awestruck. So I had the temerity to call my painting my Starry Night, paying homage, of course, to Van Gogh, one of my favorite artists. Apart from that, I am so wonderstruck by scientists or cosmologists who are constantly delving into the deep mysteries of our universe to discover the what, the how, the why questions that we, mankind, have been mystified by since, time immemorial. I think even cavemen looked at the sky and wondered what it was all about. Scientists like Einstein, Stephen Hawking, and so many more, which reminds me, talking about scientists and Van Gogh's painting, one of the best homages that a scientist has paid to Van Gogh's Starry Night is Neil deGrasse Tyson, an astrophysicist. One of the things I love doing most is watching scientists get together to thrash out their discoveries, their ideas. And one of the most enjoyable events I watched online was the World Science Festival of about 10 years back, in which Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about Van Gogh's painting. I'll give you the link to deGrasse's talk in the description below, but the gist of it is color photography was invented in the 1800s, and since then, artists did not have to capture reality because photographs capture that. And in that period, Impressionism was born. And it was during that period that Vincent van Gogh painted his Starry Night. Van Gogh's Starry Night displayed that artists were set free since then to paint what they felt like rather than a replica of what they saw. And I have paraphrased deGrasse quite blandly, really. I love his humor and his showmanship. There's also the funny anecdote that deGrasse mentions about the wrong sky in the movie Titanic. That famous scene where Kate Winslet, or Rose, is floating on a plank looking up at the night sky, and Neil deGrasse, watching the movie in a theater, saw immediately that the sky was all wrong. He's an astrophysicist after all. So he got after James Cameron, the director of the movie, known to be proud of the accuracy in his Titanic, to change the sky, which Cameron actually finally did. So Cameron asked deGrasse since he was so nitpicky about the sky in the movie Titanic, what he thought of Van Gogh's sky. Clearly, that was all wrong, wasn't it? And Neil deGrasse replied, I don't want an artist to represent reality, because I have that via my own telescopes. I want and need the artist to take me to a new place. And the new place Van Gogh took me to is not the sky as it is, but the sky as he felt it. And when I heard that, I was all admiration for deGrasse. I mean, wow. And so, yes, I'm not painting the sky I saw at night on my terrace, but I'm painting this using my imagination. And I know I'm no Van Gogh, but here I am trying to take you to a new place, the starry night of my imagination, my starry night. Of course, as I said, influenced by many things in my experience, Van Gogh's painting being one. Some of the other influences being, the sci-fi books I've read, Arthur C. Clarke, Isaac Asimov, Carl Sagan's Cosmos come to mind, and of course, the sci-fi movies I've watched. I love them and I've watched so many of them. But for me, Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey, his masterpiece, stands head and shoulders above all of them. I think Kubrick painted the most spectacular and intriguing sky on the silver screen for us with his camera lens in that movie. In fact, I've named my Spacey poem, which is in the description below, 20,001 A Space Odyssey, paying homage to both Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke, whose book the movie is based on. For me, one of the most evocative scenes in the movie is the one in which a prehistoric ape man picks up a bone, uses it as a tool for the first time in human history, and flings it high into the sky, and the bone transitions into a space satellite. That single scene depicts our whole human history. Humans transitioning from primitive tools to sophisticated space machines, probing deep into the sky in an unrelenting quest to learn, to know, to discover the mysteries of the universe in which we all exist. The sky is the limit, right? It has always been for us humans, right from those days far into our past when we were still ape men, gazing up at the night sky full of stars with uncomprehending eyes, to now the present time when we are sending out space telescopes such as the Hubble and now most recently the James Webb Space Telescope, acting as our eyes, looking far into the past of our universe, trying to unravel its mysteries. Which brings me to my next inspirational influence for my Starry Night painting, the spectacular images that spacecraft like Hubble and the JWST have been sending back to us. When I look at them, I wonder, which unknown artist is this who has created this incredibly magnificent cosmic creation, which I'm trying to capture in my little canvas? Who is the author and director of this grand celestial drama in which we are mere specks like tiny grains of sand caught in a giant play which we cannot comprehend? Questions that have been besetting us since the dawn of time are bursting in my mind like exploding nebulae. Sorry about that. That's the poet in me. Are we humans the lone actors in this gigantic cosmic play? Or are there others like us somewhere out there in the vast emptiness? Does this cosmic play have any meaning, any purpose? Why is there a celestial play at all? Why is there something and not nothing? And the biggest one, the hard problem, as scientists term it, even if something exists, why are we, mere grains of sand, conscious of it? How did inanimate matter give birth to consciousness, thinking, sentient beings like us? Are we living in a simulated universe? Remember Matrix? And there are endless questions like this. Will we ever get the answers to them? I don't know. And so, from those lofty thoughts, let me come down to more mundane thoughts. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and do leave a comment below. I would love to know your thoughts, not only on my painting, but also the thoughts that I've expressed in this video. And Dena, thank you so much for this awesome painting challenge. It not only got me thinking quite deeply, but it also brought out the child in me, just playing with colors, And to the others that are watching this, if you're an artist, then I urge you to participate in Dena's art challenges. They really get your creative juices flowing. I love how Dena, with her art challenges, is forming an artists community on YouTube where we can enjoy each other's art, the techniques we use, the ideas we have, and support each other in our art journey while also helping each other to grow our channels. So with that, I'll stop my jabbering and finish my painting. But don't miss the finale of my video. I found some great music in the YouTube audio library, and what I've put in the finale is perfect, I think, for my cosmic creation painting. I think even Kubrick would have been proud of me. He used such fabulous music in his 2001 A Space Odyssey. In fact, I can watch the movie over and over just for the music alone. I've also added some special effects to go along with the music and the theme of this painting. So okay, bye. See you next time.